Hello and welcome to the early afternoon edition of my weekly market recap. My name is Reed Melton. I am a licensed real estate broker here in the state of Oregon, working with Realty One Group Discovery in Bend. Couple of things today. I'm going to start with inflation. There's a lot of talk about what the rate is. It's going up, obviously. We've seen things in the numbers in the 8.5% range, but none of that really hits home. It's when you go to the grocery store or you go to the gas station and all of a sudden the needle on your gas gauge doesn't go all the way to full for the same type of price that you paid before, or you buy an item at the grocery store and notice that it is extremely increased in price. In some cases, the price goes up and the quantity goes down. I used to be a commercial fisherman in Alaska, so I have a taste for seafood and I buy a lot of canned fish. Lately, I've been eating mackerel, which is a great kind of lower on the food chain fish that used to be very affordable. For some reason right now, it's difficult to find canned mackerel anywhere, and the stuff that I did find on Amazon, I ended up paying quite a bit more for a little 4.4 ounce can of mackerel. There's not too many people that would say you're living high on the hog eating canned mackerel, but when you're paying $45 for a dozen 4.5 ounce cans, that sure seems like high on the hog. So I know you're all out there experiencing the same thing. Prices are just crazy. So, when you read the news or watch the news or however you consume that, and people talk about, oh, next month it's supposed to go down. I don't know. All I know is that when I'm out there interacting in the community and spending money, it seems like it's costing a lot more to get less. So on that note, I think it's really important in the housing market to really zero in on what it is that you need and pay attention to the numbers so you've got some knowledge about where the market is, where it's heading, and when might be a good time for you. So I have some tools on my website, in particular my market trend reports. You can access those on the top bar of my screen. Home screen under market trends. That is free. You don't even have to register on my website if you don't want to. You can just go there, click on that tab, and you'll have access to the 10 zip codes of Central Oregon that I track. Terrebonne, Sisters, Redmond, Lapine, Prineville. It's all there, and that is our active inventory. You can select either homes or condos. It excludes manufactured homes and excludes new construction because it's really a measure of what's happening in the resold and existing homes. There are several different reports or sub-reports on each of those reports that you can go to, kind of checking out, median sale price. It has rents, inventory, a lot of great information there that is updated every week. If you'd like to register for that, you can, and you'll get those in your inbox on Monday mornings, a fresh report, or you can just access it through my website, enjoybendlife.com/market-trends, or again, just on the homepage on the upper navigation bar. So it's something that I feel very strongly is a great report, and I just want to provide that to people. If you're working with me, if you're already registered on my website, you're probably familiar with that. If you're just seeing this video for the first time and don't know who the heck Reed Melton is, go to the website and check out that free report. It's not free to me, but I provide it free to you. So in our inflationary economy and environment, you can get on there and feel like you're getting something for nothing, because you are. But in this case, you get a lot more than what you're paying for. So a couple of things that have gone on in the last week. The word of the week is probably volatility, in particular for mortgage interest rates. The peak that we saw this week was 7.08%. Haven't seen that number since July of 2001. So for some of my younger viewers out there, these are interest rates that you've never really seen in your adult lifetime. Today, that rate dropped a little bit to 6.79%. I know some local lenders have rates that are even lower than that, so I strongly suggest that you reach out to your lender, maybe call a couple of them, shop around and see what's available. If you need any help with that, I'm here to give you a couple of different names. I obviously work with and know a lot of lenders locally, so depending on your situation, I can give you 4 or 5 different names that you can call. So right now, just a few minutes ago in the MLS, in Deschutes County of single-family homes, we had 931 listings. The median days on market for those 931 listings is 77 days. So that's kind of bounced up and down. A few days ago, that number was 84. Clearly, there were some homes that sold that had been on the market longer that dropped that number down. But as far as pending goes, this is kind of interesting, pending sales. So for the week of September 23rd through the 30th, so just this past Friday to Friday, in Deschutes County, we had 68 single-family homes go under contract. Of those pending homes, the median days on market was 42. So a little bit lower than the complete active inventory days on market, usually because pending homes are either more attractive or they're priced better or whatever. There's some reason that they went pending quicker than the active market because they're more appealing to buyers. So for 2022, for this year, through the month of September 1st through the 30th, as of 20 minutes ago, there were 309 homes that sold. The median days on market was 24. So, again, looking at that days on market number, you can see that correctly priced homes, appealing homes are going under contract quicker, and then those turn into sold properties. The sold properties last year from September 1st through September 30th were 493 compared to 309 this year. That's a pretty big difference, and I don't think there's any question at all that mortgage interest rates and inflation and gas prices and uncertainty about what happens next are weighing heavily on buyers' minds, and a lot of people have either been simply priced out of the market or are sitting back kind of waiting to see what happens. I know of some cash buyers that, even though they're qualified and could pay cash for a home today, their feeling is that the market's going to decline further. That's a very personal decision, and if you're not, you don't have any sense of urgency to do something right away, waiting might be, a really smart move. But a lot of people don't have the luxury of just sitting back. They've got a job to attend to that's bringing them from one area to another. Kids that need to get into school, whatever the case may be. It's different for everybody. So median sale price in 2021 of the sold homes in September, with, by the way, a median days on market of 8 compared to 24 this year, so significant change. The median sale price in September last year for sold homes was $614,000. The median sale price for homes sold this year in September, $691,000. So prices are firm. Even in this market where we're seeing a lot of price reductions, where people are slashing their price, relative to what we've seen the last couple of years, the prices are still strong. So if you're a seller out there, probably the most difficult thing to come to grips with is selling a home where you might have a mortgage interest rate of 3% or less, and then coming back into a market where now you're going to be paying close to 7%, and I fully anticipate over the next several weeks in excess of 7%. So that's probably the bigger issue. But as far as price that you're going to get for your home, it's firm. It's gone up. We've had appreciation this year in homes. Year to date, I think our appreciation is over 15%. So those are all interesting numbers. It's not all doom and gloom out there, and I really suggest for anybody that's considering either selling or buying that you do some research, get on the phone with your lender, and really take a hard look at reality. A lot of times what we read in the newspapers and what we hear on the news is very, clickbait They're sensationalist headlines that are just trying to, get you to read their article and aren't necessarily based fully in reality, or more accurately, they're based in a reality that it could be 2 or 3 months old. So if you have any questions about our market, I'm here to help. I'm very familiar with all of Central Oregon, from Sisters to Prineville to Lapine and all points in between. I regularly visit homes in those communities. I interact with people in those communities, with other industry professionals, whether they're lenders or home inspectors or other agents. So I'm here to help. My number is 541-408-6625. We have beautiful weather here right now. It's supposed to be really pleasant weather for the next week or so, as far as I can see. Here in Central Oregon, we don't look too much further out than that, because who knows what's going to happen. But that's my recap for today. A little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. I guess it just depends on your perspective. And like most of you, I'm buckling up and bracing myself for what happens next. I don't know what it is, but any place that I can save some money and try to be smart about where I do spend my money, I'm looking for those opportunities, just like you. So have a great weekend. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And if you get value from these videos, or if you're on my weekly email list and reading those regularly, which can be accessed through my blog page on my website, give it a like, give it a share. I would really appreciate it if you commented, if you have a different opinion about some of the things that I'm presenting. Let's strike up a conversation. Let me know what you think. I'm happy to interact with you, and it really is helpful for my business and for me. Those likes and shares, they don't cost you anything, just a little click, and it's a big deal for me and my business. And I really appreciate you and everybody out there that has been supportive and reaches out for help when they need it. Thanks again. Have a great day.